Come on, England. I know this is the World Cup. I don't have a European Cup. I don't have a Euro Cup. I'll have to just use this. It's gold. Come on, England. How are we this afternoon? Hello, Sarah. And to Ella May as well. Hope you've had a good week, albeit at home. Thank you for joining us. Which classes have we got on this wonderful Friday? 7 o'clock, England versus Scotland. Make sure you catch it. Miss Linda, good afternoon from Miss Cole and Year 1-2 crew. Big up Year 1-2 crew. Good afternoon. Hello, Mrs. Brown and Year 3. Hello, Melissa. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming at this slightly earlier time. I hope it wasn't too much an inconvenience. Also, we got Mrs. Slinger. Good afternoon. I hope you're well, Mrs. Slinger. We've missed you this week. We'll get to see you Monday. England, Miss Bentley. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, nursery. Reception. Don't look at that. Don't look at that side either. Oh, dear. There we go. Mrs. Jones in reception. Good afternoon. Mrs. Dixon in Year 2. Good afternoon. Hello to Jay and Jodie. Jodie, I loved your tweet this week about the book. Thank you for sharing. Shana, good afternoon. I hope you've had a lovely week. Right, I'm going to get straight into it. The reason that we're a bit early is because I've got a super duper important meeting at 2:30 with our trust about some really exciting stuff next year. So instead of cancelling, I don't like to cancel stuff, especially stuff as important as this. Instead of cancelling, I thought I'd shift the time. So I need to be a little bit sharper than normal as well. I need to talk a bit less because I am good at talking a lot. But I am going to be helped a little bit because we can't get the attendance data that we need to see which class has had the best attendance. I know what the whole school attendance is, so I'll tell you that, but I haven't got the breakdown by class. So we're going to have to wait to do that early next week. So don't worry, if you've had excellent attendance, you'll still be the winner. It won't change. You'll just have to wait until early next week to find out. Okay? So that should buy me a little bit of time. So I can still hear that. If you see anything moving, you can see the fan there. I've got 2 fans in my office. It's so warm. And I closed the window so it's not too noisy as well. So if you see anything blowing around, don't worry. It's just the fans that are oscillating at the moment in my office. There's lots of hellos. I'm really sorry if I miss anyone. Jenna, thank you for joining us. Thank you for the strawberries, said Year 2. They were gorgeous. I managed to pinch one as well. Miss Taylor, Year 1, Miss Allen, Mrs. Ford. We've got good afternoon from parents, I think. Brilliant. And Miss Sowerby, good afternoon. We've missed you as well, Mrs. Sowerby. Looking forward to see you on Monday. Right, let's go with Remarkable Reader. I'm going to start with AM Nursery. Remember, we'll do Remarkable Readers, and then we'll give them a big cheer towards the end. Remember, if you are a Remarkable Reader, not only do you get a super duper certificate, you'll get a visit to the Reading Robot next week so you can pick yourself a book. You'll probably all get to go today, actually, because we're half an hour earlier. But if not, don't worry. As I said, you'll get to do that next week. So in AM Nursery, we've got someone who's been joining in with enthusiasm and using a loud voice during phonics. Don't know if they're watching now or recorded, but hopefully you see this. Kazina. Congratulations, Kazina. You are our first Remarkable Reader this week in Nursery AM because you've been joining in with enthusiasm and using a loud voice during your phonics sessions. Well done to you. Afternoon Nursery, you will be watching. We've got someone who's been showing a love for stories, as short and as brilliant as that. Well done to Mila Rose. Or Mila Rose, I might have that wrong. Mila or Mila Rose, I'm going to find out because Miss Bentley will definitely tell me, and Mrs. Watson and Miss Miller, whether I've got that right or wrong. But congratulations to our nursery children for being the first 2 Remarkable Readers of the week. Well done. In reception, we've got a young lady who's been joining in with story and rhyme times. Very similar, aren't they? Because it's all about confidence and getting involved and really loving stories and sharing words and getting excited about spotting their phonemes and their graphemes and really enjoying seeing phonics in books. So well done to Sheila in reception. Congratulations, Sheila. You are the Remarkable Reader of the Week. And just like Mila Rose and Kazina, you will be getting a certificate and a trip to the Reading Robot to get yourself your own book. Congratulations to you, Sheila. A young man in Miss Taylor's class has been using his phonics knowledge to segment I always think of the segmenting robot when I see the word segment. That goes on a lot around our school. To segment and blend his words in reading. That young man is David. Well done, David, in Miss Taylor's class. You are the remarkable reader this week for your brilliant use of phonics, it looks like, brilliant segmenting and brilliant blending in your words. Well done, young man. And just like Sheila, Myla Rose and Kazina, you'll be getting yourself a trip to the reading robot as well as a certificate. Well done, David. Another young man in Miss Pinder's class for continuing to show commitment and enthusiasm for reading, even when he's been isolated at home. That's right. So well done to Mr. Oliver Sawyer. Congratulations, Oliver, and well done, young man, for continuing to push your love of reading and for showing commitment and enthusiasm. Those are the words Miss Pinder and the team have chosen for your reading, even though you've had to isolate at home this week. Congratulations, Oliver. You are a remarkable reader. That's right. Mrs. Dixon has chosen a young man who's been using context to give definitions for new vocabulary. I'm not surprised. Your brothers were really good at this. Mikhail, well done, Mikhail. You are a remarkable reader because you've been really interested in vocabulary by the sounds of it. And we don't use that word enough, I think, in our remarkable reader reasons. But vocabulary is so important, isn't it? When we're reading and then when we're applying that reading to our learning and the other things that we do. So well done, Mikhail. You are Mrs. Dixon in the Year 2 team's remarkable reader of the week. Congratulations, young man. A change of course from Mrs. Brown, a young lady who's been showing enthusiasm when reading aloud to the class. And I'm very, very pleased to see that Fatima is the one that's doing that. Congratulations, Fatima. You are the remarkable reader in Year 3 this week because you've been showing enthusiasm when reading aloud to the class. So you can see how that journey builds up, can't you? Getting really confident in the early years about just listening to stories and joining in conversation, using phonics to start being able to read and decode text, and then being really confident again. But this time, not just joining in, but actually reading yourself. So well done, Fatima. It sounds like you are indeed doing that. Mrs. Slinger has chosen a young man who's been demonstrating his amazing ability to comprehend a variety of text types. So we go from sharing stories to reading stories and reading out stories to then concentrating on that comprehension. And Jay Smith, it's you. You are the remarkable reader of the week in Mrs. Slinger's class for your comprehension. Well done, young man. I'm sure your mum is going to be over the moon. What a week for you, sharing a wonderful story with us on Twitter, which was absolutely amazing to see, and now being given the Remarkable Reader Award. It makes a lot of sense, though, doesn't it? Well done to you, Jay. Congratulations. Certificate on its way to you, and a trip to the Reading Robot next week when we see you back in school. Well done. Miss Tumulty has chosen a young man who's had a fantastic week and shown fantastic effort in his reading tasks, and another young man who's been at home this week doing remote learning again. Who is that young man, I hear you ask? Well, let me tell you, it is Mr. Noah McQueenie. Congratulations, Noah. You are the Year 4. Yeah, Miss Tumulty's Year 4 Remarkable Reader of the Week for showing fantastic effort this week in your reading tasks, even though you've been at home. Well done, young man. Brilliant to see that we're still enjoying and still having that love for reading, even though we're at home. That's where we get the biggest gains. We know what's going to happen here in school. Keep reading at home. Ask us for stories. Ask us for books. If you don't have them and you want them, ask us. There's not enough books in the world. There's not enough books that we can't get our hands on for you, if that makes sense. I'll rethink that one. But we can get you books. That's what I mean. So if you need books, ask us and we can get you books. I was going so well to that point as well, wasn't I? Mrs. Campbell's chosen a young man who's been working really hard to improve his inference skills. So not just talking about comprehension, we get to that bit upper school where it's all about inference. It's such a difficult skill and such an important skill. But he's been working really hard to improve his inference skills and contributing to whole class discussions regarding text. And that young man is Corey Bruce. Congratulations, Corey. You are the Year 5 Remarkable Reader this week. Mrs. Campbell and Mrs. Dowie have recognised your wonderful hard work with inference. So just like the others mentioned so far, Noah, Jay, Fatima, Mikhail, Oliver, David, Sheila, Myla Rose, and Kazina, you'll be getting a certificate and a trip to the Reading Robot. Well done, Corey. 2 to go. Mrs. Frost has chosen a young man who's been getting really stuck into some of our big non-fiction books linked to our topic. Well done, Mr. Yanis Katoza. Well done, Yanis. You are a remarkable reader in year 5, I nearly said year 5, year 6, because you've been getting stuck into some big non-fiction books that are linked to your topic. Well done, young man. Wonderful to see you on there. And I'm going to take this opportunity as well. I know I've done this to you in your class, but I have to say Yanis was one of the children who did an absolutely remarkable job last week when we had the EEL Academy in to give us our gold award. Yanis was particularly excellent at speaking to our visitor about how wonderful his time at NOPA has been. So well done, Yanis. 2 weeks in a row where you've been an absolute superstar and awarded for it. You're always a superstar, but 2 weeks in a row awarded. One final remarkable reader. It's a young lady in Mr. Watson's class who has been finding evidence in text to back up her reading inferences. And that young lady is Casey Burnett. Congratulations, Casey. You are our final remarkable reader this week. You've been doing some wonderful evidence finding in text to back up your reading inferences. And just like Yanis, Corey, Noah, Jay, Fatima, Mikhail, Oliver, David, Sheila, Myla Rose, and Kazina, you are a remarkable reader and you'll be getting yourself a certificate and a trip to the Reading Robot. Let's give them all a huge round of applause. Congratulations. Well done, super readers, says Melissa. Absolutely. Carrie says, well done, all remarkable readers indeed. Fantastic. And so absolutely wonderful to see that even isolation isn't stopping the hard work, the determination, and the love for reading. Well done, boys and girls. Right, back to the top. Nursery AM. Now, I missed these out last week. Yes. Not this week. We're going to have the drum roll returns. So let's go back to Nursery AM. Now, obviously not in, but I think we might have them watching. For growing in confidence and joining in with all activities, it's Tova Lightfoot. Well done, Tova. I know I've seen Carrie on there, so I'm assuming you're all there. Congratulations to you. You are the star of the week. You get a certificate and a super duper amazing, rare, expensive, one of a kind Tim Star of the Week badge as well. Congratulations, Tova. First out of the hat. And what a wonderful reason for growing in confidence and joining in with all the activities. And Carrie says, yay, well done, Tova. Absolutely. Well done to you. And what a great start. In afternoon nursery, we've got another young lady, this time for having a fantastic first week in nursery. Can you imagine how nervous that young lady has been? But what a superstar of the week Tilly Cherry is. Well done, Tilly. You are the afternoon nursery star of the week for having an absolutely fantastic is the word, a fantastic first week in nursery. Well done, Tilly. You, just like Tova, will get a certificate and a super duper metal Tim badge for being star of the week. What a great start. Let's move on to reception. And we've got another young man or another young child. The last one wasn't a young man, but someone else who's had a pretty amazing first week at NOPA. You have shown a great attitude to all of your learning activities. Theo, congratulations, Theo. You are the reception star of the week. Just like Tilly, you've had an absolutely amazing, and the word for you is amazing, an amazing first week in reception. And your teachers have recognized your great attitude to all of your learning activities. So well done, Theo. You are going to get yourself a certificate and a metal Tim Star of the Week badge. Let's keep the Star of the Week train going. Miss Taylor has a young man who has been fantastic with his independent maths work. And that young man is... it's Jake Jones. Well done, Jake. It's fantastic to see you on there. And also fantastic for being on there for fantastic maths, because you know how much I love maths. Well done, Jake. You are a star this week, and you will be getting yourself a certificate and a Star of the Week, Tim Badge. Another young man in Miss Pinder's class, a young man who's been working his socks off, it says, to progress his learning further in all areas of the curriculum. That young man is... It's a family affair. It's Riley Bruce. Well done, Riley. You are Miss Pinder and the team's Star of the Week this week. And you're on there just like Corey was for Remarkable Reader. That's why it's a family affair. Well done, young man. Certificate and Tim Badge on its way to you. And what an amazing reason for working your socks off to progress in your learning in all areas of the curriculum as well. What a fantastic attitude you've been showing. Another young man in Mrs. Dixon's class has shown amazing effort and improvement in his writing this week. This could be loads of people. I've seen, again, some absolutely wonderful writing. But Mrs. Dixon, Tim, and the Year 2 team have chosen Jackson Cooley-Davis. Well done, Jackson. You are the Star of the Week. Congratulations, young man. You have shown amazing effort and improvement in your writing this week. And because of that, you're the Star of the Week. You're getting a certificate and a metal Tim Badge. Lacey, I agree. How many boys? I absolutely agree. Was that the same pattern as last time? It was both long strings of boys. Let's see if it changes. Stay in touch. But if you're the Star of the Week, you're the Star of the Week. It doesn't matter, does it? In Mrs. Brown's class, we have another boy. It's another young man who's been challenging his computing skills and creating an animated GIF showing a volcano erupting. I saw this. For a Year 3 to be making animated GIFs is just incredible. I'll tell you who it is. It's a Mr. Bobby Allen. Well done, Bobby. Your animated GIF on volcanoes was incredible, young man. For a Year 3 to be producing work of that caliber is absolutely amazing. And your teachers deserve a lot of credit as well for teaching you how to do that. But well done, Bobby. You are the Star of the Week for your amazing computing skills. And just like Jackson and just like Riley, Jake, Theo, Tilly, and Tova so far, you will get a certificate and a metal Star of the Week Tim Badge. Mrs. Slinger has chosen a young man for his outstanding self-portrait inspired by the artist Henry Matisse. I've not seen this because a lot of the work that Mrs. Slinger's class, or if not all of the work, has been on Seesaw this week. So I haven't had a chance to see this work. I know Roderick's been in school. I have to see it. Either way, I need to see it because I love seeing amazing art. But some outstanding self-portrait work by, I just told you, haven't I? It's for Roderick. Well done, Roderick. You are Mrs. Slinger and Tim's Year 3-4 Star of the Week for some absolutely outstanding self-portrait work. I definitely need to see this. Well done, Roderick. Miss Tumulty. Miss Tumulty's chosen a young man who has been showing a mature attitude towards his home learning. So we've got more wonderful learning at home this week. Who is it, you say? It's Aiden Sawyer. Well done. Another family affair. Aiden, you are the Star of the Week in Year 4 for your wonderful, mature attitude towards your home learning. So lovely to see you appearing in the same week that Oliver appeared, but he was a Remarkable Reader, of course. So congratulations to you. You're going to get yourself a certificate. You've probably already got it. And a metal Tim Badge. Well done to you, Aiden. Mrs. Campbell has broke the train. A young lady in Year 5 has been showing a determined attitude towards maths lessons by using resources and diagrams to represent fractions and explaining using mathematical vocabulary. I'm definitely not surprised to see that as the reason because there has been some scintillating maths work going on in Year 5. But you don't know who it is. It's Lacey Wilkinson. Congratulations, Lacey. Well done. You are the Star of the Week in Mrs. Campbell's class. Mrs. Campbell, Tim, and Mrs. Dowie have recognised your wonderful attitude towards your maths lessons, and I've recognised it as well. I saw through the picture last week, actually, as well as this week, some wonderful representation, and it looks and sounds as though that has just carried through. Well done, Lacey. You are the Star of the Week. 2 to go. Mrs. Frost has chosen a young man who has been having a consistently excellent attitude towards his learning and taken lots of pride with his work. That young man is... It's Mr. Harley McClurg. Congratulations, Harley. You are Mrs. Frost's, Tim's, and Mr. Rowland's, and everyone else that works in Phase 3 Star of the Week for your wonderful attitude towards your learning, and in particular, taking lots of pride in your work. You're going to get one of these, like the rest of the Stars of the Week, as well as a super duper certificate. Well done to you, Harley. One to go. Mr. Watson has chosen a young lady who has been interacting a little bit more in her PE sessions, and in particular through the use of the Home Court AI app. If you haven't seen Home Court, it's absolutely brilliant. All you need to do is set it down somewhere against a stable surface, and then you get these little buttons or areas that you have to try and touch on the screen. But of course, you're not in the screen. You're standing a few meters away and you're trying to reach for them, and it very cleverly picks up your movement. So well done to the young lady who's been interacting more in PE. Hey, to Miss Caitlin Silcox. Congratulations, Caitlin. You are Mr. Watson and Mr. Rowland's Year 6 Star of the Week for your excellent interaction in PE. You join Harley, Lacey, Aiden, Roderick, Bobby, Jackson, Riley, Jake, Theo, Tilly, and Tova as a Star of the Week. You're all getting a certificate, and you will all get a super duper Tim's Star of the Week badge. Give them a huge round of applause. Fantastic stuff. Well done, everyone. More absolutely amazing reasons and rationales behind why people become Remarkable Reader of the Week. I won't go through them all because of time. What I will say is there is lots in there for children who've been working hard at home. And I said last week, didn't I? We are not out of the woods yet. I'm going to come back to this little bit of business in a second. So attendance, as I said earlier, I haven't got every class. What I can say is that despite our COVID issues this week, again, we still are sitting at 95% attendance, which is not amazing, but it's much, much better than last week. You might remember me saying that it was pretty poor last week, and definitely getting us back on track up towards that 96% that we expect and we want as an absolute minimum across school. So well done, boys and girls. As I said, even with the COVID issues, that is still pretty excellent attendance. Coming back to what I was saying about working from home, there have been some issues this week with children who have been at home. Absolutely not in learning, it looks like, once everyone got going. But we have seen far too many children out and about, around in the streets, in shops, on the market square, even coming to school when they should be at home isolating. Now, isolation, the rules, the guidance, they are not our school policy. They have been made by the government. They have been put in place for a long time now, and they are there to keep people safe. If we have a reason in school why you need to work at home, that also has nothing to do with school much of the time. We are a very small building with a lot of people inside, like every school and many other buildings around the country. And it is our protocol that has been sent again from the government, from the DfE, to make sure we close bubbles or identify contacts as quick as we can and make sure no one who has been in contact with someone positive comes into school. If you have been in contact with someone positive, it means that there is a chance that you can be positive as well. And because of that, you must stay in your house for the 10 days of isolation. Whether you've had a test or not is absolutely irrelevant. And the reason it's irrelevant is you could have a test after day 2 or day 3 that says you're clear, but your symptoms and the actual virus might not kick in your system until day 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, or 10. So because of that, taking a test does not count for breaking your isolation. And I'm going to use the word breaking again, because if you break your isolation, you are breaking the law. Okay? So if you're asked to stay at home because you have been identified as a close contact of someone positive with COVID, you must stay at home for those 10 days. If you have problems, and this is for your parents mainly, if your parents have problems with being able to get other children to school or go anywhere, then contact us, and there are things that we can help with. There are a few siblings who have stayed at home to learn this week for that exact reason. That's not an issue as long as you continue to learn. Okay? Very quick couple of things to finish. So our new CEO, you might have seen in the news, you might have not, but AET, who are our Academy Trust, have a new CEO, a Chief Executive Officer. And Rebecca will be visiting Nopper on the 1st of July. She's going to go to UCA. She's going to go to Caldecourt, and then she's coming here to North Ormsby. Not until later on in the day, however, so there's many of you that will not see her, unfortunately, because it's a very busy day for obvious reasons. But she's coming on Thursday, which we're very excited about, and we are extremely excited in particular about showing off what Nopper is all about. We are also, just after that, in the last week of term, we're going to be doing a pretty different transition plan. So the last week of term, which is the week ending the 16th, so I think that's 10th or 11th, July 10th or 11th. Let me check it so I don't give you any dud information. 12th it is. See, I was wrong. So from Monday the 12th, which is your last day of the summer term, you will be spending that entire week in your new classes for September. Okay, now we're going to give you all the information you need after school today. Once I've finished with my next meeting, I'm going to send that information out. But that last week is going to be some really cool week-long transition. So you spend time with your new teacher in your new classrooms. And the most important thing for me to say now, just to finish this off, which will also come in the letter, is that our biggest priority is making sure that's COVID safe. So please don't worry about anything from that angle. I'm going to finish there. Thank you very much for what's been a slightly earlier and a little bit more of a rushed assembly. I do apologize and hope it hasn't been too much of a inconvenience to anyone. Well done to our remarkable readers, to our stars of the week. Have a wonderful weekend. Treat each other with respect. Look after each other. Always choose kindness. But my final message this week is, come on, England. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye for now.